This
Correct.
conference will now be recorded.
Okay, team. Right. Let's see whether we can able to complete the content today of TSY SPF content or not. Let's see. So now, now I'll explain. Okay. So how to create a members and how to create a PDS. So as I explained earlier, okay, there are two types of data sets. One is non-VSAM data sets and VSAM data sets. So VSAM, non-VSAM data sets are PS file, physical sequential file, or flat file, or sequential file, we call them. The other one is PDS, partition data set. So the next KSDS, ESDS, RRDS, and LDS. Okay, these are all the VSAM data sets. These are all the VSAM data sets. So in our last session, till yesterday's session, we discussed about how we can create a PS file, edit. Some of them we discussed. Today I'll explain PDS. PDS stands partitioned, NED, partitioned data set. Okay, so a PS file doesn't have any members. You can directly insert the data. So in a PDS, okay, PDS in a PDS in partitioned data set, we can have members. We can have members, but okay. So member is like PS only. Okay, member is like a PS. So we use partition data set. Okay, what is the role of the PS file? Let me explain some real concept, the usage of PS file. So we use PS file in real time to store end users data such as customers or policy details, insurance policy. Okay, insurance policy, either LIC or HDFC, any insurance company you take. Okay, the other one, employees details, employees details or transactions. Example, ATM transactions. Whatever you're doing in ATM, if you want to store them, we can store in a PS file. So transactions. Okay, so we can store the transactions and etc. Okay, and etc. So all type of data you can store. You can use PS file for all of them. So we have a PDS, partitioned data set. Okay, in a partition data set, we write the COBOL programs. Okay, we can write the COBOL programs, ACLs, copybooks, load library. We don't use end user data in a PDS. Okay, so we use PDS to write the programs, to place the programs. COBOL programs are JCLs, PL1 programs or SQL queries. We keep everything in the PDS. Okay, so that is that is the role of PDS. Now we'll see how to create a PDS. So I'll start creating. I'll do login. Log on Venkat A. So I'll type ISPF. Okay, we need to type 3 to create even PDS also. Type a 3. Enter. And we need to type 2. Okay, if you select 2, I can allocate. I can rename the file. We renamed the file by using shortcut commands, or you can rename from the screen also, or you can, if you want to delete, you can do from here also. Okay, for renaming, for allocating is nothing but for creating, for deleting the data set, to see the attributes of the file, you can use 2 only. Type 2, hit the enter. So we need to select A where you are going to create. So next, Venkat B, Venkat A dot B15 dot, okay, B15 dot PDS1. Is it mandatory to write the extension with the PDS1? No, write a PDS1. Hit the enter. This is the file name, as simple as the maximum length of the file name is 44. It should be divided into qualifiers and so on, we discussed. Then volume serial, this is the volume serial. As I told you, while you are creating a VSAM, any data set, it should be on USR 001 volume. So not only today or further days, further sessions also. The space units, how much space you want to allocate. You want to allocate, you want to allocate 100 GB and all. The total depends on the space units, primary quantity, secondary quantity. So let me explain. Already guys, right? So 1 byte is 8 characters is equivalent to 1 byte. 8 bits, sorry. 8 bits is equivalent to 1 byte, right? So 1024 bytes is equivalent to what is the value, team? Give me the answer. 10 KB is equivalent to 1024 bytes is equivalent to how much? 1 kilobyte.
Kilobyte.
So 1024 KB is equivalent to 1 MB. 1024 MB is equivalent to 1 GB, right? Now this is, you might be knowing from since long, but what about tracks? TRKS, tracks, and CYLS, cylinders. Okay, so this is totally depends on the storage device. We have a storage device called tape, 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 and direct dash D. So depends on the dash D. Okay, depends on the dash D. It is going to decide. So let's try to get one track is equal to mainframe. It depends on the storage device. It is not something. Okay, so I guess one track is equal to how many bytes? This is the right way to ask. So I did not mention in mainframe. It will take that by default. So it's totally, you see that the number of bytes in a track depends on, I told you, right? The bytes per block, number of blocks per track. So I request you to go through this, because this is some logical, this is very generic. You can go through it. Okay, so you can go through it. If you don't understand, let me know. Next, so I'll give bytes. So I want to give a primary quantity. I'll give a KB, kilobytes. KB stands kilobytes. So I'll give 1, secondary quantity 2. Now directory block. So if you give other than 0 is a positive value, you can call as you are creating a PDS file. So how do you decide it is if the directory block should be greater than 0? Okay, means it's a positive value. It can be a 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7 and so on. Okay, So if you create a directory block, let's say directory block, you gave 2. So how many members I can create? How many members I can create in the given PDS? So answer is totally depends on the directory block. The formula is directory block value into 6 minus 1. It's the formula, it's standard formula. So what is the directory block value now? It's a 2. 2 into 6. So it is 11 members max you can create. How many members you can create max to max? 11. So if I give directory block as 5, so how many members I can create? 5 into 6, 30 minus 1, 29 members we can create. Is it clear? So this is the formula and how important directory block. If you give 0, it understands you are trying to create a PS file. Record format, fixed block, we will discuss in a other day. So record length 80 and block size is 800. Block size is 800. So is it mandatory to give the record length 80? No, you can give 10, you can give 100, you can give 1000, any value. Okay, so what is the maximum record length we can give while creating a PS file, while creating a file in Frame? So there is a limit, but it is in thousands. Okay, it is not, you see that. So you can ignore that part, don't worry. So how much you can give here record length, you remember this one. So the maximum you can give 32,760 characters in a single record, in a single row. Are you clear? That is the maximum record length. So what we are giving, how much? 80 only. Okay, next, block size. Always the block size multiply record length. I'll press F8 and dataset name is PDS, partitioned dataset. Is it clear? Any queries? And hit the enter. You can see one PDS is created. I can change, I'll create few more. To enter under 3. So I have 3 data sets. Now if I hit the enter, now you see that I did not give any command on the top. I hit the enter, you can see the attributes. If it is, if you don't, if you given the data set name, there is no primary command, it will check, it is going to apply this one, blank data set information. So if you don't give anything on command line, it will read data set name, it will print that information. Okay, so I'll press F3 and F3 again. So we are done with the creating of the file. Now we will see how to create a members. 3, 4. I can, by the way, I am on the ISP primary option. If you know sub option also, 3 means utilities. Within the 3, I need to type 4 to go inside of it. Enter. So now I came to directly dataset utility screen. So we can type commands like that. So I told you guys, don't create your data sets with your names. Okay. So don't create your data sets with these names. You should create with like this mainframe ID which you are using plus then your name should come, then rest of the qualifiers. So Gayatri, I request you to rename all your file names. Otherwise, I might delete all of them without giving a warning. Okay. So your first qualifier should be your mainframe ID. Second qualifier should be your name.
Okay.
So it's applicable for everyone. So Venkat A dot B15 dot star. Yeah. Now this is the PDS1 team. If now you can understand, I'll type a I. You guys can understand difference between information and show. Yes and I. Type I. You can see how many maximum directory blocks and how many members are there. Do you have any members? So I am getting, if I type I am getting this. If I'll press F3, I'll type a yes. Are you getting those details? No. Any queries, team? Right. So this is the difference between I and S. Now, if okay, I'll try to open in edit mode. I will get an error because there are no members in a data set. Yes, it is a true, right? Just now it is a brand new data set. It is a brand new data set, partition data set. So we don't have any members in it, right? So how we can create a member? Just you type in the line command somewhere E and the member name within the M1 like this. So member name rules are equivalent to qualifier rules. Qualifier rules are applicable for member of the PDS. Even I noted the same point earlier also. So like, okay, the maximum length is length of member is 1 to 8 characters. 1 to 8 characters. Length of the member is 1 to 8 characters, and it should start with the at the rate or hash or dollar, 3 special characters. It can, should not, it can start either these 3 or A to Z. Okay, and it can have okay, A to Z special characters which I already written on the top, and numbers also, means you cannot start with the number but you can end with the number. Okay, remember this all member name rules. Now what is the length of the member name? 2. How many characters are there? 2. Starting with the character, ending with the number. It is perfectly fine. hit the enter and hit the enter. Now you can see you are in edit mode. You are modifying M1. M1 is part of PDS and 1 to 72. Type reset save. So now here what we can do. Yesterday I explained line commands insert, delete, move, copy after, copy before, move after, move before in the line commands, right? Here I explained caps on, save, find, change, reset, num off. So whatever the commands, line commands and primary commands which I explained inside the sequential file, you can execute them even in a member of the PDS. So member of PDS we can call as a PS file. Though it is a member, we can call as a PDS also. Member of the PS, member of PDS we can, member of the PDS we can call as a, member of the PDS we can call as a sequential file. Is it clear? Is it clear? Any queries? Okay, team. So I'll enter the data now. So TSO1, TSO2, TSO3, TSO4, TSO5, TSO6, and save it. Okay, you can save it. Is it clear? This is how you can do it. Okay, now I'll press F3. Can I open in edit mode now? Yes. So since there is already member is there, it will open automatically. Now you can see M1 is the member name and the size, number of rows you can say. I guess 6 rows are there. I'll open in edit mode here also. Yeah. How many rows are there here? I'll type in num of. How many rows are there? 6 rows. I'll press F3. 6 rows are there. And when the member got created, when you modified and time and who create this member, who created, and this 6 initially, how many rows first time, like, so like a version control, right? When you keep modifying, how many times your member is modified. Now we version is 1. If you modify one more time, this is going to do some change, going to change the number. Okay, you guys can explore this. I am pressing F11 to see the right side data. F10, F11, 10, F10 and F11. Now I'll open the member. So if you notice team, you are able to see till 72. Okay, first column, second column, third column, fifth column, 10th, 15th, 2 is 20, after 2 plus is there 25, this is 3, 30, 5 is there 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, and 71, 72. We created this member with 80, but you are able to see only 72. Press F11, you can see this data. I'll remove it using select. I selected. Now I can enter some data. Okay, so like this you can press some, type the data, save it. First of all, I should type number, remove it, these all 8 numbers, save it. and I can type some data and save it and save the data like this. Press F10 and F11. Okay, so this is how you handle writes, when the length is more than 72. So how to create a member? One approach is, if it is a fresh partition dataset PDS, then I'll give them 2. This is the one way. Okay, there are multiple ways to create. So enter type reset. I'll enter JCL1, JCL2, JCL3. Type I insert JCL3, JCL4, JCL5, JCL6, JCL7, JCL8, JCL9. Like this, you can enter the data. Save it. Any queries?
Venkat, can we check how much space is occupied after creating the members?
Yeah, same. Type I and yes. Okay, so total allocated bytes 30 bytes. Allocated extents 1. Okay, so means 29 extents are there. Still, type type I. Yes. Okay, you can see allocated 30. Used kilobytes 7 only. You can see it here. This is the allocation, how much you allocated and how much it utilized. Current utilization. So 23 kilobytes you can use it. After that, it will take the extension, secondary quantity for PS file. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So I open that. I'm opening a partition data set. So we can create a member from here also. S space M3 space M3. Hit the enter. Reset. So to know what are the things are, caps on is there by default. Auto num off. Auto save on is on. Then yeah, that's all you should know at this moment. And it is a 80 record length. So type reset. I'll give VSAM 1, VSAM 2, VSAM 3, VSAM 4, VSAM 5, VSAM 6, VSAM 7, VSAM 8, VSAM 9, VSAM 10, 11, dash D, tape, tape, dash D. These are all storage devices. Okay, emulator. Mocha is the emulator. I hope you should now you don't forget it, right? Mocha is emulator. TSO is a sub. I'm writing meaningful data. So TSO is a subsystem. DB2 is a DB2 CICS or subsystems. Type say. Okay, team. This is how. So we cannot able to complete our content today, team. So I will take TSYSP tomorrow also. So I'll continue, okay, till 10 o'clock, but just giving a hint. So press F3 and refresh to see all the members. Okay, so this is how we can create a members. Second way, like this, we can create a members. I'll press F3. I'll open edit. Now I'll try to open PDS2. I'm getting an error because no members in a data set. So let's say I give after 2, I gave a some space. I'll give a P1. It will throw an error because after data set name, don't give space. Okay, see that the error message. You can see top right side, the error message. So remove space, enter, and hit the enter. Now, did I save the member team? Did I save the member? Did I save the member? No. Means I did not execute save command. Just simply press F3. I'm getting no member. So once you created the member, once you are inside the member of the PDS, at least once you need to execute save command, or at least once you have to execute the save command. Otherwise, the member is not going to create. Is it clear? So we created the members. Now I'll open edit mode. So I want now, guys, I'll tell you some shortcuts. Please remember or note it. Okay, now my cursor is here. Now my cursor is here. I want to go to the command line. So we can use Shift plus F12. Okay, so this is very easy user. I mean, it is very useful. Shift F12 to bring the control to command line. If your command line is on the top, easily. Now I am here. I don't need to use mouse, right? When I'm practicing, I'll use very less uh, time mouse. So I'll press Shift F12. Okay, I'm here. Shift F12. This is the one shortcut command. So if you do configuration on the emulator, you can use home button also, but I don't know whether it works. Yeah, it is going here. If I type a home, if you have to do some configuration in the emulator, it works. Okay, so this is all about another shortcut now. So let me add some rows here. Row 1, R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, R6, R7, R8, R9, L1, line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, line 5, line 6, line 7, line 8, line 9. Anything you can enter, okay? A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7, A8, A9, P1, P2, P3, P4, P5, P6, P7, P8, P9, DB2, 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 2, DB2, 3, DB2, 4, DB2, 5, DB2, 6, DB2, 7, DB2, 8, DB2, 9, VSAM 1, VSAM 2, VSAM 3, VSAM 4, VSAM 5, VSAM 6, VSAM 7, VSAM 8, VSAM 9. Now I am at the bottom of the file. How I can go to the top team? What are the options we have? How I can go to the top?
M plus F7.
M plus F7. Very good. What else?
Top command.
Right. So I'll type top command, hit the enter. They're at the top of the reader. Now I'm going to explain the scroll options. Okay. Now I'm going to explain scroll options. Why I entered You know, why I entered multiple rows for this purpose. Okay, we have a CSR page of n. CSR means cursor. Let me explain you. Now, where is my cursor? On which row it is there? On which row it is cursor is there? You tell this number. You tell me this number. I'm okay. Row this number and plus data. Where is my cursor? 10 VSAM 10, right? If I press F8, that row will go to the top. Now I am placing the cursor here, or I'll place the cursor here. Now what happens, guys? If I press F8, what happens? So this row will go to the top because my cursor is there. So I press L1, I'll press F8. So place the cursor at one particular row and press F8. It will go to that row will come to the top. That is the meaning of CSR, cursor. Next page. So I'll go to the top first of all. Now you count it 16 plus this one, top of the data. Total how many rows are there? The highlighted total 17 rows are there. So total how many rows will be there? 17 rows per page. Three. Or panel, whatever you call. So I am changing from scroll to page. If I press F8, what happens, team? Tell me. If I press F8, what happens? So if I press F8 or F7, 18 rows going up and down. Now I press F8. Doesn't matter where is my cursor. You see 17th row came top. So now if I press F8, 17 plus per page how many? 17. 17, 17, 34. So 34th row come to the top. 34 plus again 17. 51 record will come top. You see that? So it is going to scroll up F7, 34, 17. You see, page up and down is going to happen as per the page. Did you understand the scroll option page? Okay. Now, so when it comes to the off is similar to page only. But 17 off means like 8. Okay, 8 rows will up and down. 8 or 9, either one of them. F8. Okay, okay, I have to change it to off of the page. Okay, where is our cursor? Control. It doesn't matter where is the control. Now F8. You see 8. 8 rows going to up and down. 16 plus 8, 24. 24th row will come top. 24 plus 8, 32th row is going to come to the top. 32 plus 8, 40th row come to the top. Okay, that is all about off. So page means it is going to up and down by 17 rows. Is it a standard? No, it is not a standard. If I use PF show off, now you can see per page 18 plus 1, 19 rows you are able to see. Hence that time this will become a 19. So how many rows is visible to you at that moment? Now at this moment for me, it is showing top of the data plus 18 rows. 18 plus 1, 19. Right now, the it is going to scroll up and by down 19 here 8, 9. So I'll use PF show off. Then after n means you can give any number. So I want to scroll up and down by only five rows, or 100 rows, or 1000 rows, up to you, right? So I can type this many. I can type 4-digit value, which means that I can give. We don't have data, by the way. If you have a data, we can scroll up and down by this many records. I'll give 02. Now where is our cursor? Here, right? Cursor doesn't matter. F8. F8. So 2 rows, 6 plus 2, 8. 8 plus 2, 10. 10 plus 2, 12. F7, 10. 8. It is. Okay. Is it clear? So this is all about scroll option, which it is applicable on even in a PS file also. Very, very important. Now I'll explain the concept of copying partial data. So copy. So let me open a member. How we can copy entire PDFs, guys? I'll open just CO, type CO. How we can copy all the members, I'll explain you. How to copy a single member, I'll explain you. So copy CO. So you are going to copy the screen from here. You want to copy all the members, then type S space star. So guys, you no need to remember anything. Go back, watch this video once again. This video is uploading in YouTube channel. It's available for public for everyone. Okay. So S space star means you are going to select all the members. Enter. So it is showing M1. Okay. So you're going to current from this PDS. I'll give PDS 4. I'll give file 1. Is it this PDS is there? No. So same. File 1 is not there, boss. You want to create file 1 as same as PDS1, or you want to go with this different attributes. So I want to go with the different same attributes. I'll give a 1. Hit the enter. You can see all 3 members got copied. So do you want to check members along with the data? So press F3 and refresh. As I given this pattern, I can able to see file 1 also. Open file 1. You can see all the members and data also. So TSO in the second member edit mode, ACLs. Press F3 and you can open the member in member 3. It is VSAM. Pressing F3, F3. This is how you can copy all the members. So let me explain again. CO writes a space star. It is going to select all the members. Is it mandatory for me? No. So when there are 100 members are there, I want to copy only 20 members. Then I can write against each member type SS. Type SS, it is going to copy into the respect when it is going to copy only those members. So Venkat AB15 dot L2. So hit the enter. should copy as PDS1 1. Enter. So M1 copied, M3 copied. I'll press F3. File 2 PDS would have created, and M1 M3. Is it mandatory to copy only to the new PDS? No, you can copy to the existing PDS also. It doesn't matter. So I'll press F3. Okay, team. Now, so this is how you can copy 100 members, 20. Next, one is COBOL. The other way to do it, I'll open edit mode. Now I felt I want to copy only this. You don't need to use COBOL, just you type C. Okay, and enter. So Venkat A dot B15 dot PDS3. So PDS3 is there, but there are no members. Correct? Hit the enter. You can see the copied. What I did it, I typed a C, enter. It copied to the same dataset. I'll press F3, refresh PDS3. Copy to these three. Okay, is it clear? So this is how we can create a, you can copy the members, right? So let me explain the things which are there pending. 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, and inserting the data, inserting the data as per the record structure, differences between browse, view, edit, inserting the data as per the record structure, differences between browse, view, edit, and yeah, I guess these are all swaps, swap list. Okay, navigating to specific theme. Okay, so let's go here. Let me explain this one thing in the interest of the time. Swap list. So now we are in 3.4, right? I'll go start 3.2. Start means it will go to ISPF panel. 3 means any ISPF panel, it is going to select ISPF prime 3 utilities. 2. Enter. So we are here. So I'll go to start 3.3. Now I'm in different screens. Total how many screens are there? 3 screens are there. How do I know? Just try swap list. Swap list. Okay. So while I'm practicing, I know first screen it has 3.4. Screen 2, I know it has 3.2. Screen 3, it has 3.3. So okay, now my cursor at 3, copy icon. I'll press F3. If I want to go to first screen, type 1 on command line, press F9. So you see, if I want to go to third screen, 3 on command line, type 3, press F9. This is called swapping to specific screen. If I want to go to the second screen, 2, F9. So like that, we can create how many screens? Around 9. You see, total 9 screens you can create. So at any if you want to go to specific screen, mode, okay, so I'll use start M5, start M15, start 6, start 1. So how many screens are there? You see, 7 are there. Okay, let me quickly create few more. Randomly I'm creating 5, start 7, no more screen, I guess, which means that 9 screens you can create max. So 8, yeah, 8. Total 8 screens you can create. So 1 F9, 2 F9, 3 F9, like that you can create. So swap list, 1 F9, 2 F9, 3 F9, 4 F9, like that you can create. Is it clear? That is all about swap list. This is very, very important when you're working in development, or when you're working on multiple things. We keep opening the multiple tabs you open, right, in a browser. First tab Facebook, second tab YouTube, third Instagram, fourth one is Amazon, fifth one Flipkart, sixth one something else, right? So we use open multiple tabs. Same here, screens. Okay, one JCL, COBOL, run JCL, spool, PS file, like that. We open multiple. So please practice even this one also. You practice this one also. Then we are done with that. So tomorrow I'll straight away start with this one. Okay, navigating to specific screen, just now we covered, not required anything else. So these are all small topics, team. Okay, I can able to complete next within half an hour, but I don't want to extend for to complete early. Okay, so I'll take these topics tomorrow. I don't want to keep in hurry worry. Let's go step by step. Yeah, equal X to close the screen, 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 equal X, close, equal X, type 3 or 2, log off, to proper log off. That's all for the day. Any queries?